What is sin? It is safe to say that all Christians agree that God does not want us to sin. But how do we know what is sin? Who defines what is and is not sin? God defines what is and is not sin, of course. According to the apostles, God has defined what is and is not sin in the Torah. Paul said in Romans, "I would not have come to know sin except through the Torah, through God's instruction. For I would not have known about coveting, for example, if the Torah had not said, 'You shall not covet.'" Paul taught that the only way to know the definition of sin is to know the commandments of God. Either doing what God said not to do or not doing what God said to do is sin. The Apostle John put it this way, "Everyone who sins is breaking God's Torah, his instruction, for all sin is contrary to the Torah of God." John said that sin is contrary to the Torah, God's instruction. In fact, the very word sin in Hebrew and its relation to the word Torah illustrates this point. The word for sin in Hebrew is chata, and it means to miss the mark. As was pointed out in the previous video, the root of the word Torah is the word yara, which means to throw or to shoot. And just like an archer intends to shoot or to hit the target, the purpose of the Torah is to teach us God's ways so that we can hit the target of living a righteous life. When we miss the mark, that means we are not following God's instruction, His Torah, and instead we are sinning. And since it is in the Torah that we learn what is righteous living and what is sinful living, the Torah is the foundation of the Christian faith. To put it differently, the Torah is the standard by which we are to judge what is right and wrong. As Paul said, the Torah is holy and the commandment is holy and righteous and good. Indeed, the Torah communicates to us God's will and His wisdom. Therefore, as David once prayed, our hope should be that we would read the Torah and become illuminated by God. As David said, "Open my eyes that I may behold wonderful things from your Torah." Put simply, what is sin? Sin is not obeying what God has said to do in the Torah and doing what God has said not to do in the Torah.